Hello friends, this is my second video. I hope all of you are doing great, and in previous video I talked about the introductive part of ICMR JRF. Today I shall discuss about the preparation strategy, and I will also tell about the story about my journey to ICMR JRF and subsequently to the PhD at ICMR laboratory. First of all, if you are preparing for any competitive exam, just don't be restricted to the syllabus, because syllabus just they put the name of the topics, right? But in each topics, in each books, there are huge things can be there, right? There can be huge things left or right. Like if you take an enzyme, like in physiology, you will get to read pepsin, protease, chymotrypsin. But have you ever think like what could be the inhibitor of chymotrypsin? What could be the antagonist of chymotrypsin? What could be the is there any synthetic pepsin or not? Like that, if you think and search, you will get the answer. Note it down. That makes is your preparation better and stronger, so that you can be in the safe side, and it will surely going to help you to take the exam. And one thing you should remember, in every branch of life science, in every branch of biology, or in every books of biology are interrelated. You just read genetics, you just read enzyme and physiology, you cannot interrelate it, then it will make you more difficult. But in exam hall, no, they 2 or 3 concept from different field, they merge and develop question from there. They are given hypothetical question, like you are given a food to eat and the protein does not get digested, and it comes out of the body through defecation. So how can it be possible? The answer is simple. In digestion, we read the protein digestion process, different enzymes are there. But in biochemistry or enzyme chemistry, you will read there are many competitive inhibitor of enzyme. So you look for what would be the competitive inhibitor of pepsin or protease, so that if the enzyme is inhibited, the protein does not get broken down. So like you read lac operon, tryptophan operon. In exam hall, what they do, they will join the 2 operon and ask you question from that concept. They will try to check whether your concept is clear or not. That is how questions are asked. But to be honest, in ICMR JRF, questions are more or less asked directly. It is like part B of CSIR NET. I think those who have appeared CSIR NET, they know what kind of question are asked part B, and it is very vast. They can ask anything, but of course they do not ask from that deep. I already mentioned in my first video. One more thing, keep in mind that unlike CSIR, here aptitude play a very important role. To qualify the exam, you have to do good in general aptitude part also, because there is 50 marks are asked from general aptitude, that include 120 total 125 marks का question होता है. Out of 125 marks, your target should be 100. The cutoff, if you look for the cutoff, last year the cutoff was 69 something. I was scoring 72%. I mean, I got 90 marks out of 120. That is why I was in safe side. Still I was in, so going to share my experience ICMR JRF and CSIR JRF. In CSIR JRF, I prepare a lot. Whenever I entered the exam hall, and I kept in my mind that I had to qualify by hook and crook. But in exam hall, I don't know, panic was developed in my body like a reflex action. I tried to make myself stable, but the panic always pushing me into disable mood, and I did not know how to control the panic. And once the answer key came, I saw the answer key. I again found that maybe I cannot qualify by 1 and 2 marks. Again, I became so much depressed and stressed, and with that stress I came to Guwahati after I think 7 days of CSIR NET, and I had to sit the exam, and this time I was stronger in exam hall that I have to do all the question. I did not take panic. Even this time I was so confident, but still I was intense because the number of seat is very less. I thought that if the cutoff was this, and fortunately I got 72% marks, and I qualified the exam. And my PhD journey was after you qualifying ICMR, GRF or CSIR, DRF, doesn't mean that you should go ICMR lab or CSIR lab. You can go any CSIR, ICMR, university, any place through this GRF. And this GRF does not directly give you a seat to the PhD. Like qualify the exam, you have to give interview to ICMR lab. There are many laboratories, national laboratories of ICMR and CSIR. I would like to mention one thing, that many numerical in general aptitude are asked from general science also, especially the physics. They ask one question from classical physics and one question from radioactivity, like radioactive isotope का कोई कैलकुलेशन पूछा था, और वो लोग कैलकुलेटर भी नहीं देते हैं, एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू आप पुट कर सकते हो कैलकुलेट करके, एंड रिमेंबर नेगेटिव मार्क विल बी देयर, सो बी केयरफुल ऑल्सो. एंड थोड़ा मार्क लेके भी यार कुछ फायदा नहीं है. आपको क्रैक करना है तो अच्छे मार्क उठाना ही है. कंपटीशन इज वेरी हाई, सो नेगेटिव होगा भी तब भी आपको रिस्क लेना पड़ेगा. एंड कट ऑफ इट इज क्वाइट हाई एज कम्पेयर टू नेट सिलेक्ट.
Now let's have a look into the range of cutoff for different category. Every year cutoff goes like this.
One more, unlike CSIR, ICMR used to give only GRF. In CSIR we see there are two categories like GRF and LS, and LS for the lectureship and GRF for the junior research fellowship to pursue PhD. And ICMR, even in DPD or ICR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, उनका भी GRF कोई लेक्चरशिप नहीं दिया जाता है, आपको सिर्फ GRF दिया जाता है. और but mind if the number of seat is 5 or 10 or 12 for 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs student, don't be hopeless. You are the part of the competition. You are a aspirant. So there is no difference between a student between Mumbai, Delhi or Assam. So don't think like that. You just give your best. You can be the part of the probability who qualify the exam, and probability will come only when you are in the competition. Of course, everyone will give their 100%, and all of them cannot qualify because seat is limited. But if you are far from the competition, then even in next 2-3 attempts you cannot qualify because you are far from the competition. But if you are the line on competition, this time you may not qualify due to very less number of seats, but the next attempt you can qualify. So grab the concept in hand, grab the things in hand, and read accordingly, and read as much as you can. This is the main key. No one gonna help you until and unless you read yourself. You can take coaching, it's okay, but remember, कोचिंग सेंटर, they are not the examiner. Question are set by examiner. एग्जाम को पता है मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है, कि अनअकैडमी में क्या चल रहा है, इसमें क्या चल रहा है. It is good that if you take coaching Unacademy for the basics or for the preparation, but in addition to that you should read and you should prepare, because examiner के दिमाग में कुछ भी आ जाए वो पूछ दे सकता है. उसको तो आपको लाइफ साइंस सिलेबस दिया, लाइफ साइंस there are many things to read. So आप कुछ टॉपिक के लिए आप रिसर्च पेपर सर्च कर लो. You do not need to read all the research paper. You just go through the research paper and take a screenshot of that table. Like there is a table of different neurotransmitter and their function. You take a screenshot and put it whenever you are free. Just go through the screenshot like that. And you always remember that you read a lot books, a lot papers, a lot journals. But you think that I know everything. Then everything is done. Now I can enjoy. No, you have to revise, because recall and revise can make your temporary memory into the permanent one. We know in our brain there is a hippocampus and which act as our memory center, but what we just see, just read, it is directly does not get set into hippocampus. It is just stored as temporary memory. But if you recall again and again, it will get set into your main memory, and once it is get set into your main memory, then you never going to forget it. If things are in your hands, you read the books, you have the concept, then you can expand yourself, then you can expand your knowledge. But remember, if you have the concept, you grab the syllabus in your hand, then you can expand yourself till the infinity. You can read whatever you can want to read. You can look for other thing. But if you do not build your concept, you do not build your basic, then it will be difficult. You directly switch into a higher books and things, they are graphical question and these things, and if you do not understand, then it will be difficult, because in a competitive examination, questions are based on what you understand or what you not. In the next video, I will discuss about the question pattern and some more details about this exam. And till then, tata.